5-0 last Friday. Let's keep it rolling. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. We are going to give some more MLB bets today. I am happy to be back. Had a busy weekend. Went to the Mariner game on Sunday with the wife. That was fun, except for the 7-3 loss against the Cardinals, and it was ugly. If anybody watched that game, we had a line drive double play that Colton Wong dropped at second base, would have ended the freaking inning, and a few pitches later, the Cardinals hit a 3-run bomb. Broke my heart. It really did. But always nice to be at the ballpark. It was a lot of fun. I'm ready to get back after it. The grind continues. We had a 5-0 Friday. How about that? Won the parlay, had a huge Friday show. And we'll go over that bets recap here in just a bit. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave some comments. We're going to have a challenge with some comments later this week, maybe with the parlay. So we'll let you know what's going on there. But in this video, we're going to give you a few good hitter matchups, a few good pitcher matchups, and then my 4 best bets for Monday, April 24th. I am ready to roll without any more waiting. It is time for the bets recap page. Let's go. There it is. Look at all that. Look at those green check marks. Man, that's pretty. The parlay, the first weekly parlay Friday. We had Orioles money line winner, Phillies money line. That was stressful. That was a winner. Mariners money line, and then the under 8.5 Guardians Marlins. That one got canceled, so the parlay went from I think plus 558 down to plus 265. It was still a win. We will take it. Over 8.5 runs, the White Sox Rays. That was a very easy win. I think in the third inning. Hunter Brown over 5.5 Ks, a big plus 125 win for us. Blue Jays team total over 4. We added that for plus 100. That was a nice win. And then the Angels minus 1.5. I think they won 2-0. We did go 0-1 on Sunday because I had to give a bet for the Mariner game. I did a YouTube short from the game. I had the wife involved with it, so maybe she was bad luck. I don't know. She's kind of worried that you guys are gonna think she's bad luck now. But we had Julio Kelenic 1+ hit. Kelenic hit a home run, but Julio had 2 walks. His very last at bat is a full count. I was dying for a hit there, and the pitcher had a clock violation, and they ended up just giving him first base for the walk. That hurt. I had mixed emotions on that, but it was a good weekend overall. 5-1, plus 2.95 units. I told you last time we hit rock bottom. That was it. We're not going to get close to zero again. On the season, 52-45, up 3.17 units. Let's have a good week, everyone, and that starts right now. All right, here we go with some good hitter matchups. There wasn't a ton of history with some hitters, so some of these are going to be small sample sizes, but I want to share with you guys anyway. So the first guy, George Springer, he's 7 for 24 with 1 bomb off Lance Lynn. 24 bats is okay, but that doesn't tell you a lot. Alex Verdugo for the Red Sox, he is 6 for 16 with 2 bombs and 2 doubles versus Dean Kramer. And then we got Austin Hayes for the Orioles. He is 5 for 13 with 3 bombs versus Chris Sale. He has the most bombs out of anybody in the matchups today. But again, 5 hits, 13 at bats, not that many, but 3 of his 5 hits are bombs. And then the fourth one, Rafael Devers, 5 for 13, 1 home run and 1 double versus Dean Kramer. That's right, Kramer's came up a couple times, and you might see this game come up a little bit. Just those are just the main 4. Like I said, there's some other ones that maybe have 6 to 8 at bats. I usually like to be 15 or more at bats, probably 20 or more, but because there wasn't much, these are the best 4 I could find. But hopefully that helps if you guys like some hitter props and hit props or over 1.5 bases or whatever it is that you like. So those are the 4 hitter props. Let's go to the pitcher props. Okay, here we go. Let's go some nice pitcher matchups because who doesn't like a good pitcher strikeout prop? I love it. So let's go with the first one. Actually, the first 2 are going to be in the same game. So we got Spencer Strider. He is going against the Miami Marlins. Marlins have the 11th highest K rate versus right-handed pitching. Spencer Strider in his 4 games. Here's his K total: 9999. No joke. He's pretty consistent. So if that comes out, it's not out right now, but if it comes out at maybe 8.5, I like it. Marlins have been doing a little bit better lately at striking out, but it's still something to watch because Strider's is as elite as it gets. I mean, his stuff is nasty. In the same game, Edward Cabrera on the other side. He's an up and down pitcher, but he's playing the Braves. Braves have the 2nd highest K percentage versus righties. It's hard to believe because the Braves are like the best team in baseball, one of the best lineups in baseball, but they strike out the 2nd most versus right-handed pitching. Cabrera this year has 2 Ks, 4, 4, and 8. Now, 2 of those games are against the Mets. The Mets strike out the least in the entire league versus right-handed pitching. So that's a 2 and a 4 that he had. So, take that for what it is, but it's a much better matchup for K props. The only worry I have with Cabrera, if you're looking at him, is he walks a ton of guys, and we'll get into that later probably. But he walks a ton of guys, and the Braves can hit. So, if he gets hit around and only lasts 2, 3 innings, he ain't gonna hit any K prop. So that would be my only worry. But it's definitely a good matchup for him if he can just find the zone this time. So that's one. And then the next one is Jordan Montgomery. He is a lefty versus the Giants. We all love to attack the Giants. Giants fourth highest K percentage versus left-handed pitching. Here's Montgomery this year so far. Okay, 3 Blue Jays, 9 Brewers, 5 Pirates, 2 D-backs. The Brewers are the only one that were really high up on the K, and he got 9. And I'm not going to talk anymore about this game because I may have some more later. But that is a good K prop for you because it's a lefty versus the Giants, and they also cannot hit lefties. So those are the main 3 K props that might come out that would be pretty good. Obviously, there's a lot more. The K props weren't all out when I did this, but those are good matchups at least. So just want to share that with you guys. Hopefully that helps with all your betting and research and everything that you guys do. But it's time. Let's move on to bet number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 1, and I got 2 bets for you. We got the Boston Red Sox at the Baltimore Orioles. Boston money line minus 115, Orioles money line minus 105, over under of 8 runs. I'm going to dive right in, first of all. And this isn't one of my bets, but I do lean Baltimore. I like them at home as a minus 105 underdog. Red Sox are just not a very good team. But my best bet in this game, maybe one of my best bets of the day, over 8 runs at minus 102. This is the first one of the day of I don't understand this line. That's right. Chris Sale versus Dean Kramer. These guys freaking suck. Here we go. Chris Sale, 16 earned runs in 18 innings so far this year. He already faced Baltimore. He went 3 innings and gave up 7 earned runs. He gave up 7 earned runs in 3 innings. This over under is 8. Okay, remember that. He also has a high walk rate. He just cannot control the zone right now. Dean Kramer on the other side, 13 earned runs in 19 innings. But it could be even worse. I mean, let's face it. He's faced Washington Nationals and the Oakland A's in 2 of those starts. Those are terrible offenses. He's already given up 5 home runs this season, and he also faced Boston. They had the same game. It was Chris Sale versus Dean Kramer. Chris Sale, like I said, went 3 innings, gave up 7 runs. Kramer went 3 innings, gave up 5 runs. After 3 innings, there was literally 12 runs in that game, guys. We are getting an over-under of 8. The wind is blowing slightly out to right center field. I mean, I don't understand this 8. I'm surprised. I thought it would be 9, at least 9, and I still thought about it. But I love the over 8 in this game. Also, the Orioles are the 5th best team in the league versus left-handed pitching, which is what Chris Sale is. And like I said, they just gave up a ton of runs when they faced off against each other. And then you got the Red Sox. Their bullpen just blows. I mean, they're just not a good bullpen. And so I love the over 8 in this game. I think it could cash pretty early, to be honest with you. Now that I say that, it could be 1-0. You ever bet those 8 or 9, over 8 or over 9 at 0-0 in the 6th? Yeah, it happens sometimes, guys. But I do not see it happening in this game. These are 2 pitchers that struggle and 2 lineups that know how to hit the other pitcher. I love the over 8 as my best bet, number 1. Now, my second best bet in this game, it's a player prop. Rafael Devers over 1.5 bases. I just told you in the hitter matchups, he's 5 for 13 with a home run, which was last game off of Kramer. It's a small sample size, but I mean, Rafael Devers is a superstar, guys. I know he's only hitting like 265 right now, right around there, but he has 8 home runs and 7 doubles. I mean, it takes just one swing from this guy. He's got power. He's a stud. I love him over 1.5 bases at plus 100. That is my second best bet. Now let's move on to the next game. All right, game number 2. We are going to the ATL. Miami Marlins versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves money line minus 270. Marlins money line plus 220. Over under of 7.5. This is a big matchup between a not a very good team and an elite team. I mean, those odds are crazy, and you're going to know why here in a second. Edward Cabrera is on the mound for the Marlins. He settled down after his first 2 starts, but this guy just cannot control his pitches. He has an absolutely horrendous 19.5% walk rate right now, and that's not a good thing against the Braves because they are top 10 in drawing walks. So, but Edward Cabrera, 4.08 ERA. he can look electric sometimes, but then he also just has blow up innings. And against the Braves, that's not a good thing. And then we got the man, Spencer Strider. We've talked about him so much on this podcast. 2.45 ERA. He is as elite as it gets. As like I said, he struck out nine batters in every single game. He is coming off a 6 inning, 0 earned run game against the Padres. This Marlins offense is absolutely atrocious, and Strider should not have any problem against this Marlins team, who is also now traveling to Atlanta. And oh, by the way, Atlanta just got swept by Houston. They're going to be hungry for a win. They're pissed off, and the Marlins are going to take the brunt of it. So my best bet in this game is the Braves -1.5 at -126. I expect it to be about -140, -150. I'd probably lay off of it there. But -126, -130, right in that range. I love the Braves -1.5. I see them winning like a 6-1 type of game, maybe 7-1, somewhere in that range. They have the better starting pitcher, and it's not even close. Strider is one of the best in the league. An elite bullpen, much better than the Marlins. Their lineup is like maybe the best versus a bottom five lineup. It's not even close. And I'm getting -126 to just win by 2 or more runs. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is my next best bet. Let's move on to the next game. All right, here we go. Final game. St. Louis Cardinals at the San Francisco Giants. Through the Cardinals. I'm not happy with them right now. Cardinals money line -126. Giants money line +108. Over under of 8 runs. I teased it earlier in this video, and here it is. The best bet. Jordan Montgomery over 5.5 Ks at +100. We talked a little bit about this at the beginning part of this video. Giants, 4th highest K rate versus lefties. 5th worst WRC plus versus lefties. That means they cannot hit. Weighted runs created plus, they cannot hit lefties. Why does that matter in a K prop? Because that means Jordan Montgomery has a better chance to last maybe 6, even 7 innings if he really is on. So that's important. More innings against a struggling offense in the Giants versus lefties. Here's what he's done this year, guys. 3 Ks, 9, 5, and 2. Now, I know you're seeing 3 of the 4 he's gone under. But those were against teams that were in the bottom half. They had the lower K rates. The one game he played a team with a top 5 K rate was the 9 strikeouts versus the Brewers. They have the second highest K rate, and they are right there neck and neck with the Giants as the 4th highest. So last time he faced a team that strikes out a ton, he struck out 9 of them. Now he gets another team similar to them who also cannot hit lefties in general, and all he has to do is get 6. I love it. This is my final best bet at +100. Montgomery over 5.5 Ks. That's it, baby. Let's go to the bets recap. All right, here we go. Over 8. Red Sox Orioles -102. Rafael Devers over 1.5 bases in that same game at +100. Atlanta Braves -1.5 at -126 to just steamroll the Marlins. And then Jordan Montgomery, the lefty, over 5.5 Ks at +100. Any added plays tomorrow will be in the pinned comments and in Discord. Man, I am ready to have a good week, guys. It's been up and down, but I think that Friday is the start of something good. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys later.